Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marilyn Akano. I make lifestyle, strict talking videos and pretty much anything that interests me, including food recipes, reviews, hauls, and sometimes I throw in a little crime story in there. If you're a regular subscriber, thank you so much for watching this video. You're the real MVP. And if you're new here, please subscribe. Click on the subscribe button. You will enjoy it here because I bring you latest content. Sometimes educational, sometimes naughty, but I promise it's always fun to be here. So guys, this video, if you're easily offended, please click off because this video is not for the weak minded. It's for women especially who wants to take control of their lives. Now I'm not saying I know everything, but from all the research, from everything I've done, from people I've spoken to, I have a lot of married people in my family. I have a lot of married friends, and I've compiled and computed, the advices they've given to me personally, and I have thought about it, and I see that it's worked for them. So I'm just going to give you 10 of those here. I mean, there are many, many, many more, but these are the 10 I can remember from the back of my head. Now, what triggered this video is this. Now, I want to read something to you. And apparently, this is how most men think. I'm not going to speak on other cultures. I'm going to speak on the Nigerian culture because I'm Nigerian and I've mainly dated Nigerian men. Of course, I've dated men of other nationalities, other ethnicities. They have problems that are unique to everybody, but the Nigerian society, they have their problems that are unique to them. And if you want to survive in a Nigerian marriage, these are 10 things you must do. But firstly, just listen to this. I came across this. It was written by a man. Maybe this doesn't apply to all men, but it applies to a lot of men. Now listen. I only married my wife because I had no other option at the time. I'm in a better place now, and I want to move on to someone else. There's nothing wrong with my wife. I just want to pursue women who were once out of my league, since I'm in a better position to do it. I may not want her, but I don't want nobody else to have her either. Now, is this not witchcraft? That's why I keep hammering. I keep telling women, don't marry a poor man. Don't marry a man you're not attracted to. Don't marry a man because of pity. Don't marry an ugly man, because there's this saying in my country that the uglier a man, the more he stays with you. That's not true. That's the worst you can do. Ugly men have the lowest self-esteem issues, and they resent you for accepting them in their ugliness. That's the truth. They cheat worse because they bagged the beautiful woman. So what's to say they wouldn't bag others out there? You know what I mean? They'll stain your white. If it's in Nigeria, don't marry people because you feel they will stay with you. Regardless of what a man is, even if he's the handsomest or he's the ugliest, a man will always be a man. So ladies, if you are still doing the mushy love you learned from Hollywood and Nollywood, and you think that is what love is supposed to be, it's not. They've done so well in the movie industry to alter our perception of love. Let me tell you, women biologically, if you go to the core of womanhood, women are attracted to mates that can take care of them and take care of their children. You see a lion, having multiple lionesses, is because he's the number one male that can hunt, kill, and take care of her young and even feed her. Even though the lioness, they are the ones who go and hunt. But the presence of a male, an alpha male, I don't believe in alpha males, but presence of a male, a dominant male in the society, keeps the women safe, and in turn they get this reward. So you see a lot of lionesses flocking around one main lion that can protect and provide for their children. So that's how women are. Our core is to look for people that can provide for us, that can protect us. So all this Nollywood, Hollywood love, giving you the idea of mushy love, That's not love. Because people go into marriages with this concept and then they begin to face reality and they begin to cry and say, this is not what it is. Okay? It's time women begin to wake up and see it for what it is. Marriages in those days used to be like a treaty. I give you my daughter. We join together as a kingdom to fight off invaders. It's seen as, a gift. But a lot of women are marrying without getting nothing out of it. People give out their daughters. People give out their women, Helen of Troy and the others, for peacemaking. Yes, it's objectifying a woman, but at least she's doing something for the greater good. What are you doing marrying that man? What greater good? Beating, self-loathing, destroys your self-esteem, destroys your body with your children you will never get to claim because they bear his name. So it's time for you to put up strategic ways for you to protect yourself, because marriage now is not what it is. If you're a man, please click off, because you might hate me for saying this, but I don't care. You're not putting food on my table. If you're a woman, please stay. Especially young brides, people who are going to get married. 5 years, 10 years down the line, it's not going to be the same. It might be better, it might be worse. But always, always prepare for the worst. Now, number one thing, if you know you want to be married to a Nigerian man, you want to be the typical Nigerian wife, please be crazy. Be very crazy. Be a crazy, crazy girl. If you are well comported, if you're bougie, you're classy, fine, that's all good. But make sure that you unscrew a knot in your head. So once in a while, you blow off the rooftop with your craziness. You shock him with your craziness. Because if you're a sane human being, you cannot stand in typical Nigerian man, homegrown Nigerian man, because they are bred in craziness. The society is crazy. Most of their homes are crazy. They're used to crazy. So if you know you want to maintain a Nigerian man, you want to maintain a Nigerian marriage, you have to unscrew at least one knot of your head. If you can't do it, have somebody in your family that is freaking crazy. Have someone in your home that when they think of that person, they wouldn't harm you. They will not touch you. You have to be crazy. I remember my grandmom says, if a man hits you, don't even cry. Look for something and hit him. When you hit him and it pains him, next time he wants to touch you, his hand will shake so he won't touch you. So number 2 is have your own money, have your own job, be on a career path. And why I say this is, even if you come from the barest minimum of home, at least be doing something. Look for ways to advance yourself. I know in Nigeria it's not so easy to get money to start up businesses or anything, but use what you have to get what you want. You're a woman for a reason. I don't condone sex work or prostitution, but if that's what you're into, fine. But make sure you do whatever it takes for you to have a steady income, for you to have something. Because if you don't have something and they come with their knight in shiny armor, trust me, one day they are going to use it against you. They will always say, after all, when I met you, you didn't have anything. I upgraded your life, which is a good thing. But when they begin to talk like that, they come from a place of malice. They come from a place of superiority. And most times they come from a place of hatred and disdain. So any man who starts saying, I upgraded your life, after all, you were nothing before I met you. You don't want that hanging over your head. You don't want that hanging over your head. So at least be doing something when he met you so you can keep your self-respect. There won't be any grounds for him to maltreat you, mistreat you, even though along the way probably you've left what you were doing to face family, which I don't think you should do. But at least he will know that you were not a liability when you guys were together, when you guys met. Because trust me, it's a human being. One day, they're going to dangle it on your head, and they're going to say hurtful things to you. That without them, you will not live. That without them, you will not have the life you have. And you wouldn't want anybody saying that to you, because that shit hurts. Number 3, if you're going to get married, plan for separation and divorce ahead. 50% of marriages gets annulled. 50% of marriages don't make it. What's to say you're not among the 50% that wouldn't make it? A lot of Nigerian women are very sanctimonious and religion. You hear them say, God forbid, not my marriage in Jesus' name. I'll marry well. How do you see the future? Who told you it's by shouting stupid words and shouting words that hold no meaning? You think it's prayer that's going to keep your marriage? No. Strategic planning keeps your marriage. Strategic planning keeps you well even if your marriage ends. So you have to, from the beginning, start looking for an exit plan. Make sure you are married in the court system. Make sure that whatever you buy, you are entitled to after a divorce or separation. Make sure you keep separation money. Like some girls keep, if you go out on a date with a guy, you hold your transport fare in case the date did not go well. What stops you from doing that with something as huge as a marriage? What stops you from doing? No matter how much trust you have in a person, you have to think of yourself first. Your own. You have to have that mindset because that's how men think. Men think of themselves first. Every other thing, including their children, comes second. So why, as a woman, why do we always put ourselves last and relegate ourselves to the background? You see women sit at home, do nothing, while the men chase career, be top executive, and later in the day, they go for what they want. They go for women who are at their level and dispose of you and your children. The thing is that once they dispose of you, your children don't matter anymore. Most conflicts you see in divorces and separation is about the children because the men totally forget about the children. Sometimes out of bitterness, the women do not allow the men to see the children. But I tell you, the cases of men who abandon their children is way more than women who refuse their men to see their children. So as a woman, you have to plan ahead for divorce. You have to plan ahead for separation. Keep side money. Keep money. Even if you are not working, it's working. Make sure that money is giving you, that feeding money is with that money for projects. Dip your hand into it. Keep some aside for yourself. Keep some aside for yourself because you don't know tomorrow. Tomorrow is not sure for anybody. Number 4, this is very controversial. Update yourself sexually in the bedroom. Make sure you keep yourself and maintain yourself well. Flirt with men. I said flirting. I didn't say sleep with men. Flirt with men because flirting is known to improve your self-esteem. A lot of women, the romantic part of them is dead because they are married. It's not, you're a human. You're supposed to keep that blood flowing. Flirt with men. Make sure you get feedback constantly from men. Constantly validation from men. Yes, people say, oh, why do you value? But you're in the game, my sister. You have to do what it takes. Flirt with them. Let them give you assurance. Sometimes do it in the presence of your man so that he knows that, oh, my wife, this man is looking at her. I better sit up. I better hold her well. Because if you let yourself go, if you let children take you, if you let housework take you, responsibility take you, you leave yourself like that. See finish. Leave yourself like your whole life depends on your children and your man. My dear, they are going to take you for granted. But when you're keeping yourself up to date, you are exercising, you take care of yourself, you rub better cream. You dress well, wear that waist bead, wear that chain, be super sexy. Let the men admire you. Give them attention, give them the time of the day. Smile at them. Make sure sometimes you do it in the presence. Yes, let him get jealous, but at the back of his mind, he knows that his wife is hot. So that way, he will not mess with you. This is one secret. I don't know. Say, it's not of God. It's not Christian. Your husband, your body is supposed to be for your husband only. Of course, yes. I'm not saying you should go and commit infidelity. No. I'm not saying you should go and commit adultery. No, that is not what I'm saying here. But be like a babe. That's all I'm going to say on this matter. Number 5. Marriage is shock a lot of people. When you go into marriage, you become drunk. You know, they know yourself again. You don't know who you are. Everyone's got a past, okay? Everyone has got what they've done before in the past. Exes, abortions, bad relationships, abusive relationship. You've got that in the past. When you go into a new relationship, please do not bring that into please do not bring that into your new relationship. Your boyfriend shouldn't know about your ex. You can see your ex and you can see a picture of him, and that's it. That's it. He shouldn't know about the abuse that they've abused you before. He should not know about the heartbreaks that you've gone through. Trust me, he will repeat it. Men will repeat it because they will tell you that after all, she took it from that man, so she can take it from me and even more. Do not tell your husband or whoever you're going to be with about your past. Your past is your past. If possible, break SIM card. A lot of my Igbo women do it now. Your past is your past. Let it remain there. All the people you've dated, all the monkey style you've done, all the bad things you've done, please keep them to yourself. They are your past for a reason. Those are your exes for a reason. And make sure you've done your healing, because if you have gone through extensive heartbreak, the possibility of your marriage working safe is wahala, because you go in with all those trauma. So make sure you spend your time heal first before you even venture into marriage. But say you open your mouth, keep your mouth shut, because it will be used against you. Nobody is a saint. Even men are not saints. It will be used against you. Shikina, that's all I have to say on this matter. Now, a lot of us are fond of carrying our family problems, taking our family wahala. Anything happen in your parents' house, your husband must know. Oh, your sister did this, they will know. Your brother is this, they will know. Please don't tell your husband about your family. Don't tell your husband about your family. If you have issues with your family, sort it there and leave it. If your family offends you, do not even bring your husband into it. Sort it with them. It's your family. But do not make your husband involved. Do not wash your family's dirty linen with your husband. My husband is my best friend. Of course, he's your best friend, but best friend can be best friend in now, somewhere now. Best friend must not meddle into your own family business. Except he has an immediate solution to it, and you're sure he will solve the issue. And you're absolutely sure that he has a solution to that problem. If not, there's no point of him knowing. And also, this brings me to your girlfriends, your friends. Do not tell because of bedroom talk. I'm a victim. I'm not a victim, but I used to be. I'm guilty of doing this. Okay, I'm guilty of taking whatever my friends have confided in me. I'm going to tell my man at the time, and we just use it to maybe settle quarrel or use it as love talk. I've realized that is bad, because this one is personal to me, beats me in my ass, because at some point all the stories I've talked about came back to me, and he was calling me birds of same feather. Why are your friends like this? Everyone is different. You mustn't go out with people that are like you. That's what people don't know. A lot of my friends are not like me. They are way different, but we are all unique, and we like ourselves and love ourselves in that kind of uniqueness. But a lot of men do not understand it. They feel that, okay, if she's friends with this woman, they must have same core values, which it doesn't apply in real life. So all of you women that are going, when your friend confide in you, tell you everything, how their husband, they beat them, how this happened, you go and take it to your husband. You got whatever she has said, what she had done to achieve her dreams, she confided in you for a reason, because you are a friend. You go and take it to your husband. One day he will use it against you. He will tell you that, okay, now they do now, not be your friend. He will use it against you. That's what it is. Now, number 8 is quite. Now, this number 8 will be quite controversial. I know this is not doable for a lot of women, but let me tell you, if you want to maintain your sanity in the long run, if you want to get the upper hand in this husband and wifey thing, especially in this Nigerian home where they feel that women are inferior and men are superior, and women get the end of the stick in marriages, pretend like you do not care about your children. What I mean is that in the case of a separation or a divorce, leave your children for the men. After all, the children don't even bear your surname, they bear the man's name. Pretend. I know that it's difficult for you to leave your kids, but let him raise the children. There's something he does. If he brings another woman to take care of the children, trust me, those kids most likely will not give that woman the same love they'll give you as the mom, because you are the mom. And secondly, he's always present. And is always meddling in the affairs of the children. You are the absent one. You are the one that is noble in the eyes of the children. Like, their love remains for. Their love have not been tainted by a lot of punishment, a lot of talks, a lot of stress. Their love have not been tainted. They still see you as pure. I've seen this work so many times. The children will still adore you as their mother. So don't forget, he will turn the children against me. It's not true. Children have natural love for their mom. Let him take care of the children. Let him bear the brunt. Because one thing about separation and divorces is that the women always bear the brunt of the children. They become burned out. To the extent that, do you know that if you're constantly with kids, you're constantly with the children, you might not move on with your life. Your life will be all about that children, and you miss out on things. And he'll be there marrying wives, getting children, doing all sorts of things, moving on with his life. But when you saddle him with the responsibility he created, I tell you, you will go on to live a better fulfilled life. You know what I mean? You go on to live a better fulfilled. Men do it all the time. So why don't you as a woman do it? Why don't you as a woman do it? Leave the 2 kids for him to take care of. Okay? You see that he will start looking for reconciliation because the kids will remind them of you. The kids will remind him of you. Because when the kids are out of sight, you're out of sight, then if the kids are out of his sight, you're out of his sight. What's to say he will take responsibility when there is another woman there already receiving his attention? Let him constantly see those kids. Let those kids remind him of you. Don't carry children walk out. Don't carry children go. Children are your own. They will still remember you. Leave that in where they talk. They will still remember you. Me, personally, it's my personal experience. I'm telling you. They will remember the mother wherever she is. Number 9. Number 9. I've lost track. Number 9. His family and friends are not your friends. The sooner you know that, the better for you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't treat his family cordial. You shouldn't treat his family with respect. Everyone deserves respect. Everyone deserves to be treated well. Okay? You treat his family as you treat your own, but they're not your friend. They're not your best friend. No. The family will always have his interests at heart, no matter what it is. They might seem to chastise their son in front of you, but deep down inside of them, whatever their son does goes. That's how it is. So their family, his friends, are not your friends. They will always protect his interests. Know that and know peace. So have friends outside your husband's friends. Make new friends outside your husband's friends. Because a lot of women, once they get married, their husband friends become their friends. No. And your own, they isolate you. They take you away from your friends. Take you away from your family. Take you away from this. No. Don't do that. Be friends with your family. That's the time you marry your family, because those are the ones that have your interests at heart. That's the time you become tighter with your friends. A lot of married women, I see, they are dying slowly because after marriage they cut off their friends. I've seen it happen in Nigeria. Because even me, some of my friends, I'm not friends with them because they got married. They got married and the single ones are nothing. They cut me off because I was single. I'm single. You know what I mean? But yet sometimes they come and to seek advice from me after we've not spoken for 3-4 years. Then you expect me to respond to you. But I will not answer you. Go and marry your husband. Stay with him. But never you as a woman cut off your friends from your husband. I mean, cut off your friends because you're married, or cut off your family because you're married, because it's going to bite you in the ass. His family is not your family. His friend is not your friend. Know this and know peace. Lastly, number 10. You cannot keep a man who does not want to keep. If you like, do monkey style. Cook the best food in the world. Woman, if your husband decides to leave, let it go. Shake it off. It's not for you. His chapter is done. Don't beat yourself over it and say, what have I done? Or what have I done wrong? My sister, you never do anything wrong. If a man wants to leave, he will leave. If you like, be the most beautiful woman on earth. Do all these things I've told you. I mean, do them, because at the end of the day, you're protecting yourself in case of anything happens. Now, you're not praying for anything to happen, no, but in case anything happens, at least you're protecting yourself. At least you're assured that, okay, I've got me. Not when something happens now, you begin to cry, you begin to say, oh, where do I start from with life? Start now and begin to plan, because the future, people will get the people will plan, not people will pray. All right, guys, that's the end of it today. This video is already too long for me. I'll see you in my next video. Please stay safe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.